Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today, join me on a tour of Lisbon. We stop at N2 by DeVille, Dashing Divas Clothing Store, Numbers Brewing Company, and we visit with Rennie Lewis. But first, By and By Hardware, a fixture in Lisbon since 1896. The village of Lisbon, Ohio has charm and history, and just a few of the longtime businesses remain. But empty buildings are now being restored with innovative shops. The owners are excited to make their mark and enhance the downtown area. By and By Hardware is everything and a hardware store. Bobby By has had this in his family. You are the third generation owner.
Correct.
Your grandpa and your great uncle started it.
And they started it, and then my dad came in, and then I came in.
And how long ago did they start it, your grandpa?
In 1896.
So this has been around for quite a while.
Quite a while.
And this is so much more than hardware. I mean, you have got everything in the world. Did it always have antiques and seasonal
I've added the
merchandise?
antiques and just odds and ends, different things for or a variety, having a different variety of things around. So,
I mean, they have their own soda pop. They have By and By soda pop. They have a popcorn maker, and they have like juice and cookies when you come in. Because I mean, you really are very hospitable to all of your clients.
well, we got the popcorn machine for our 100th anniversary, and that was 23 years ago.
Okay.
And then I just decided to do the punch and cookies for like the kids after school, so they could come in and get something walking home from school.
You are. I mean, I love that you still have all of the old fixtures, the drawers, and the bins for the nails, and you still weigh them by the pound. Mm-hmm. I mean, this industry has really changed, hasn't it?
Right.
With big box
Everything's
stores.
packaged now.
When you've added all these different things, I mean, when someone comes in here, a lot of times they're probably not even shopping for hardware materials.
Right.
Because
they'll find something else.
With every season you change, you've got seeds. I mean, the gardening section, the seasonal section. And do you also, you are a antiquer? You go and you're like an auction person?
Yeah, my mother loved antiques, and that went on down to me, so.
I love your name. I love the business.
My mother's name was Betty By.
Your selection is overwhelming. You have something for everyone. I mean, do people come in here and just get totally blown away by the variety?
They read my sign up here.
What does that say? Your husband called and said you can buy anything you want. Well, down here at N2, they're not called scoopers, they're called freezers. And Cheyenne is a freezer, and you really know your way around this place.
Oh, yes.
There are choices for your actual base, right, of the ice cream. It's traditional.
We have a coconut base and a chocolate base.
Okay, now I've tried the traditional, and I've tried the coconut. I want to try the chocolate. Is that one of your favorites?
Yes, it's actually definitely my most favorite out of the three.
Well, I picked out as a topping the I Do. So I'm going to get my chocolate base with almonds and chocolate flakes. Do you think that's a good combination?
Oh, yeah.
My buddy Avery just came in. You're a regular here, aren't you, Avery?
Yes, I am.
And what do you always order?
The mocha, it's my favorite. It's so good. I was just in here yesterday.
So you go on the bike trail, you exercise hard.
Yes.
And then you come here and you eat a mocha ice cream cone.
Yes.
And what is it that you really like about the nitrogen-based rather than like regular ice cream?
I love that it's colder. It's really cold, and then it has a bunch of the Heath, and I always get the chocolate instead of the almonds in, and it has so many crunchy things. It's so good.
Well, Cheyenne, is that ready, Cheyenne? Oh my gosh, look at that. And then the homemade cone.
Yeah.
That is
It's
beautiful.
awesome.
You
It
eat one
is.
of these a day?
Usually if I can.
Sean DeVille is the owner of N2. And you have such an interesting story, what brings you to Lisbon. And then I really am not even familiar with this process of ice cream making. First of all, what brings you to Lisbon, Sean?
So what brought us to Lisbon is when my husband finished medical school, we were going to Youngstown. So we were house hunting and we just went out 30 minutes from the hospital, found the house we bought and loved this cute little village and thought, let's move there. So here we are.
Where did you learn about this?
Well, I've seen this done in various different ways before. And honestly, we bought the machine and just started doing it. So we just kind of figured it out as we went along. I'd never done it before.
I mean, the presentation with the smoke, and I like to call it the witch's cauldron.
Yeah.
It's all coming out, and newt, whatever you want to say. But I really do, and it's delicious.
It is.
You know, I've been here a few times, and now I've tried all the different bases. And I find it interesting that your ingredients are actually very wholesome.
Oh,
even
yes.
though,
Absolutely.
you know, it's space age and high tech.
Yeah.
It's really good old-fashioned ingredients.
Absolutely. There's no junk in it. It's not from a bag. It's all homemade, except for our syrups are from France. There's no high fructose corn syrup. It's as pure as it can be.
Well, that looks beautiful.
Thank you. I take pride in how I dress it up because I think I do a really good job.
It is. It is beautiful. It's a work of art. Let's see. Let's taste.
Big reveal.
Oh my God. This is really good.
Good.
Cheers. Very good, Cheyenne.
Thank you.
I like that chocolate base. Bill, you're gonna love it. Yeah. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more from Lisbon, Ohio. Well, we are here at the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery, and I am with Rude the Dude. And let me tell you, there is no place I'd rather be than this patio. It is beautiful. Sunday Fun Day is every day.
Well, yeah, Casey, winter's almost over, so the patio season is coming. We have one of the biggest patios in Boardman. Every Saturday, live entertainment. Other special events that we do, we have a car cruise every Wednesday, taking up the whole lot. It's a great event, a lot of beautiful cars. Our farm to table menu, we still support local ingredients, local products, meat and cheese local. We also have our happy hour, Monday through Friday, half off all 41 craft beers on tap.
And a lot of local beers
and tons
there
of local
too.
beer, tons of local beers. But it's just a great time to come out and enjoy Magic Tree.
The living is easy at the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Bernard. I've been giving the people of our valley free advice for over 30 years, and my message has never changed. If you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, don't try to handle it yourself. Call a lawyer. A lawyer will be your representative, dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the red tape that you may face. Hiring a lawyer doesn't mean you'll end up in court, and remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases.
That's good advice. Need a lawyer? Learn more at elizabethbernardlaw.com.
Mayflower Woolum is your full-service independent insurance agency. We work with several insurance companies to offer you choices for your insurance needs. We'll find the right product at the right price. Personal, business, farm, life, trust Mayflower Woolum. You focus on what's important, we'll take care of the details. Mayflower Woolum, close by with 3 locations to serve you.
Fuli Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old Road Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Fuli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Is it time to update your color style? RNS Paint will assist you with your choice of over 3,400 Benjamin Moore colors. vibrant, durable, and easy to apply. Be current, be stylish. Shop RNS Paint.
Well, one of the retail fronts right here in the heart of downtown Lisbon is Dashing Divas. And it is a mother-daughter business. It is Amy and Brooke Falk. And I gotta tell you, Dashing Divas, your story is really interesting. I mean, you mix other people's designs, but then you have your own designs within the store along with consignment.
Yep.
6 years you guys have been in business together.
Yes.
How did that all start?
So we basically started by selling items in our own home because we had so much, like an overflowing closet, and we needed to basically get rid of those. So we opened an online store on Facebook and we started auctioning off our items, and that was Amy's idea, to auction off our clothing. And from there we were able to open up our own store, and then the rest
So
is
then
kinda
you
history.
started buying like other brands. So first you were reselling your clothing.
Our used clothing. Yes.
And it must have done pretty well.
Yes.
And then you get into the design element of it. Jamby. Jamby. Like this is one of their designs. Look at how cute. It's soft. It's very generous. It's very figure flattering.
Yes,
I love a lot of your different designs. How did you start that? I mean, when Amy was telling me, I couldn't believe it.
Do you want to go ahead and?
Yes, so we actually started Jamby based off of our clothing line here so that we could, incorporate some additional pieces to our current line that we have. So Brooke and I got together and decided that we would take it to the next step and went for it and went for, designing our own line and producing it, sending it off to be done.
And you get swatches of the material,
Yes,
so you always have to know the feel.
Yes.
Do you distribute to other stores?
Yes. So we have around 600 storefronts, boutiques, online, social media type of stores that purchase from us
That
around
is
the world.
really impressive, right here in little old Lisbon. And then you have accessories. How awesome are these glasses?
Super
I
cute.
love these. What is it like working with your mom? Because I don't know, if my mom and I were in business, I mean, it might get a little hairy at times.
It's a challenge sometimes, but we actually really work well together. We accent each other on things, different aspects of the business. So
I mean,
it actually works, to be honest.
She knows you pretty well.
Yes.
And what about you?
I have to say the same because our styles are a little bit different. So I bring a different style than what Brooke would bring to it. So we incorporate both styles and are able to accommodate both, or actually accommodate different age groups too.
I mean, I think, and you're both wearing all your designs.
Yep.
Today, look at these lovely ladies. They're both wearing Jamby.
Yes.
From head to toe.
Yes.
And I really think this is great. I mean, I think, and online you have a presence. So if they can't get to Lisbon, they can still get your items online.
Yes.
We ship all over the United States.
So we're right here in the middle of downtown Lisbon. They have a couple little seating parks throughout the area, a little gazebo and that. And Rennie Lewis really is my buddy that has turned me on to what is happening down here. And you really are, the impetus for a lot of, I'm going to give you credit for bringing a lot of these businesses and interests back to Lisbon. You started with the oldest brick building in Ohio at the Courthouse Inn and Restaurant. The restoration of that was timely, expensive, but the results are beautiful.
Thank you.
And now you're doing it again.
Yes, I am.
Behind us is what, the old Morgan Drugstore.
1810, it was Benner block. Benner built it. We've only been working on it for about a year, and it's we had to put the mansard roofs back in, we put the windows back in, we moved the doors around. Everything had been moved for the last 200 years. Doorways, staircases, everything they moved at different times. So we put the building back together better than it was in the beginning.
What was your vision? So you again have taken on another historical building in Lisbon, and what do you plan to do with it?
Well, I plan on bringing people. Lisbon is the epicenter of greatness is my new mantra. And Lisbon shall be the epicenter of greatness. And we're putting an art gallery, We're putting an apothecary for natural healing medicines. We're putting a gallery for myself. We're putting in a natural healing room of all jewels, and a waterfall, and a pyramid for a roof to bring the power of the sun in with the water and the jewels. And then we're building 5 New York City style loft apartments for rent.
I mean, that's quite an undertaking.
It's
Why
huge.
do you believe in Lisbon?
I'm trying to get people to understand, historically we have so much to offer and people have lost sight of it. And they've let the buildings go fallow, and downtown, for the most part, lay fallow. So I really want people to appreciate what they have and perhaps regenerate the town. That's what I'm looking to do. This is not a profit-oriented maneuver at all. It's an end-of-life project.
Do you think your mom and dad would have believed that you were back here doing this if they were here today?
No, as a matter of fact, I was just telling my husband yesterday, I remember always coming to Morgan's Drugstore. That was the place when I was a child, and how much time we spent there at the lunch counter and shopping. Never in a million years did I ever think I'd own that building. I mean, 2 years ago, I wouldn't have thought in a million years I would own that building. People need to see that their money isn't going to be wasted, and I think that it took us to show people that we're willing to invest in this town, and we don't even live here. So if you invest in this town, and of course it makes their properties more enhanced because my property is, more enhanced. So it gives people the impetus to get started, I think. And hopefully it'll continue because it's a beautiful town, and I just want to see something come back. I want to see it come back.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
To own a business where your name's on the window can be pretty cool. That's my family. My name is Danny Catullo, and I'm the owner of Catullo Prime Meats. My grandfather started the business in 1962. I was able to take our old style butcher shop and bring it out to the new age using e-commerce to get our products to more customers. When we started shipping, there was not a ton of information out there. That's where we really worked with FedEx so they could be able to help us with our perishable shipping. We were taking on new purchases that we never had to make before. Boxes, coolers, ice packs, anything that was involved around shipping. So we can no longer do this with the cash that we had on hand. So because of the Plum Card from American Express and all of its benefits, it was a natural fit to help grow our business. When someone calls and lets you know that you made their dinner, that's satisfaction that you can't get anywhere else.
I am blessed with a wonderful husband. He's stuck with me through thick and thin, and he's a fantastic father. So when he needed long-term care, not just any place would do, we did our research. Everyone said, trust the name you know, Briarfield. With all those locations, there's always one close. That made it easy for me and the kids to visit more often, Briarfield.
Trust the name you know, Briarfield, proudly serving the Valley for over 20 years.
Fuli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Ruli's Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Fuli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
I personally feel that Forever Mark is the best because only 1% of diamonds can even become a Forever Mark diamond.
Diamonds take millions of years to be formed in the ground, and it's not very pretty. Once you get to that inner core of the diamond, it really can give beauty and light.
Forever Mark goes beyond the technical qualities of the 4 C's. They hand-pick diamonds that are truly beautiful.
Get real, get Kamara.
Right in downtown Lisbon on Beaver Street, you're going to find Numbers Brewing Company. And Randy Schneider is the director, of marketing and promotions. And this place just keeps expanding and expanding. And you have got a great place here.
Thank you. You know, when you first start off with something, you don't know how it's gonna go. You know, it's like you're like, oh, you know, take a gamble, see how this whole brewery thing's gonna go. And you know, our owners Brock and Jeremy came up with this idea, and with our other owners Nate and Julie, and they said, hey, you know, let's take a spin at putting a brewery in Lisbon, Ohio.
Well, it has obviously resonated. I mean, the expansion, the outdoor space. I mean, we'll give you the full tour. Before we go, what does numbers mean? What does the name of the brewery come from?
So it's actually a pretty common question that we get. You know, like, you know, where'd you come up with your name? Like, what does the numbers actually mean? Well, every one of our beers has a number. You know, we have like our 330 Blonde Ale. Obviously, 330 is popular because what area code we in? You know, 330. You know, 22 Blood Orange is like one owner's, his daughter's softball number, you know? So the whole resonation of where like these numbers are coming from have some sort of family or significance in someone's life that, you know, brews and works here. And the whole meaning behind numbers actually started with our owners and brewers, Jeremy DeBoard and Brock Beatty. They were actually in a fraternity at Bethany College. And, you know, they had this frat where they had numbers and everyone was assigned a number. If you've ever been a pledge in a sorority or a fraternity, you know, you get assigned a number. And, you know, so someone would yell numbers and lowest number had to go, you know, go move the guy's car out front, or someone would say numbers and the next lowest guy had to go, you know, do something else that someone didn't want to do, you know, and they're like, oh.
You're expanded into West Virginia.
Yes.
And how many places are you in Ohio?
Right now we're in about 60 locations in Ohio and we're in about 50 in West Virginia, and it's just, you know, as I was telling you earlier, it's just hard to believe we're in over 100 locations now, and it's like, when did this happen? Like, when did it like sneak up on us? And as I was telling you earlier, I was just like, I thought about it, it hit me. I'm like, wow, we're here. We're over 100. Like
that is amazing. And you're keeping it at kegs right now, so it'll be growlers for take home, and then in all the establishments, it's, you know, through kegs. Don't you think through kegs though, that's when you keep it the freshest?
Yes, absolutely.
And the most quality control.
I do agree with that, and you know, we are actually expanding into bottling here, you know, hopefully next couple of weeks. It's just the demand is so high for the bottles.
You also have other local brewers on tap here.
Yes, we have a unique license, as I was telling you earlier, and it's kind of nice that we're able to support our fellow brothers and sisters in this industry and have, like, we just had Penguin City Beer on out of Youngstown. We consistently have Birdfish on down here as well. We have, you know, Paladin Brewing out of Austintown, and you know, we're actually talking to Ira, who owns Noble Creature. You know, have his beer.
Does a great job.
Oh, he does an amazing. You know, I always say I'm going to church. You know, going to Ira's.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about your beers here. Now, you were telling me the most popular beer you sell here is your Blood Orange.
It's 22 Blood Orange. That is our #1 seller.
And let's talk about the notes here. It's a beautiful blood orange color. Smells like blood orange. Mm-hmm. Tastes like blood orange. Oh, I can see. This is really sessionable.
Now, is this your first time having it?
No, I've had this at our dear friend, Rue the Dudes.
Oh, Rudy.
This is on
Magic
top
Tree.
of Magic Tree. Let's hear it for the tree.
Oh, yeah.
And no, I've had this. I love this. I can see why this is very, very popular.
Yeah, it's just so easy, I mean, to drink. I mean, even if you're not a typical craft beer drinker, that this is something that we can introduce you to, you know, to someone who's not familiar with craft beers. Like I say, I'm only like a Bud Light or, you know, a Miller Lite person. I'm like, well, hey, try the 330 or try the Blonde Ale.
And you know what? It's not a fruit bomb,
No.
which a lot of people don't want too much fruit, but it's just enough. It's subtle. I think it's really nice that way. What is one of your favorites?
That's one of my favorites. I've actually become more of a porter and stout guy. That's accommodating my taste. I'm a big fan of the 414 Milk Stout. That's you know, one of my favorites.
Okay. And you know, the black IPA, that is also very different. That is very good. That's a good stout.
Yeah, it's like so smooth.
Really good stout. Very smooth. My problem is I really like them all. Is that a problem?
No, it's a great problem. You should stop by more often. Stop by more often.
Is that a problem that I like it all? No, I think that is a really nice stout. It's very smooth. It has a nice finish.
And like National Police Week's the 3rd week in May, second week in May. So every day we're going to change it up this year. Last year we had a table for fallen police officers, you know, for that week, and people really respected that. We had people from Youngstown Police come down here who'd never been here, but they saw we were supporting the local police, and they said, we want to come support your business. People from Hancock County were coming over here. So this year, every single day of National Police Week that we're open, Wednesday through Saturday, we're going to donate 10% to a different police department. So Wednesday we're going to do St. Clair Township Police, Thursday we're going to do the Salem K9 unit, Friday, we're going to do the kickoff campaign for the sheriff's office, new canine unit. We're going to do the kickoff campaign right here. And then Saturday, because this is our home, Lisbon Police Department, we're going to do that for them as well, and support them and encourage the community to come out for that, and support your local police department, support your local heroes. I mean, you never realize how many people you need until you give them a call and you're in a wreck. Like, oh my God, I need the police. You know, I need the fire department.
Exactly.
And we're all about supporting those kind of organizations and the community here.
And I mean, you know, obviously, you just can't have enough craft breweries locally.
Right, absolutely.
You know, I mean, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
I mean, you belong to the organizations, you know, there is a brotherhood, and you keep expanding. You know, all the other local brewers, they keep expanding because there's a demand for it.
You would never think, like, you know, high demand for craft beer in the local area.
Yes.
You know, like, you look at us, we're expanding. You know, Birdfish did a big expansion. Penguin City is getting like expansion with their new brew room. And everything.
You know, people, they want more, they want more, they want more, and it gratefully, you know, you guys are able to deliver.
Yes, and that's nice. Like, with that new system, we'll be able to keep up with the demand. You know, not just with Ohio, but with West Virginia as well, and you know, maybe Pennsylvania here in the near future too. I don't know.
Hey, numbers is knocking on the door. The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.